So hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about secrets or behind the scenes facts that you don't know about being a holiday rep. So believe it or not, some resorts do actually get cold, especially towards like September, October time. I've experienced all sorts of weather. So first off, I'm going to talk about natural disasters. This is just the natural disasters I've been in working in countries abroad. So the first one I was ever in was in Kos in 2017. Now this is probably one of the major ones that sticks out to me, especially in my memory, and it was, looking back on it, I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but it's like sort of cool to be able to say that I was in quite a large earthquake which affected like many countries, many different islands, so on and so forth. So I was in a 6.6 magnitude earthquake which carried on for many weeks after the initial earthquake happened. I was sleeping at the time. I woke up to like my perfume bottles smashing, my wardrobe doors rattling, the total blackout, no Wi-Fi obviously, but no like data on my phone. I couldn't contact out the country, so the initial person I wanted to ring first was my mum, and like there was no calls in, there was no calls out. So this was panicking my family members back home, because they couldn't get through to me to see if I was okay, so it's a bit of a nightmare. It was terrifying. So I woke up in the middle of the night and everything was shaking, like I said. I'd never felt anything like it below my feet. Now I've been in a mini earthquake before and it just kind of made me do a skip or a jump or whatever, but this one was like nothing. It was like I'd been put in a tumble dryer and I was just spinning around and everything was just all over the place. Managed to get with my group of friends. We didn't get the day off, so we had to pick up all the pieces of going through that ourselves, and then we had to go into work the next day and deal with guests that wanted to go home there and then because they didn't pay for an earthquake and it's our fault. So that's not the case. We can't help the weather, and unfortunately like things like this do happen. So we rectified a lot of the situations. We helped calm people down. We helped the resort. A lot of the things had cracked and slipped, and it's a beautiful resort, especially in the town centre of Kos. There's a big massive archway that went into like a garden area that had cracked. McDonald's was closed from July for the rest of the season. Like buildings had fallen down. There's videos. If I can find a video I will insert it. It was horrendous. I think 3 people possibly passed away, which is really sad. I think there was 2 on the island of Kos and maybe 1 in Rhodes. I'm not 100% sure on the facts, but that was really sad. But luckily we were all okay. The second one I've been in was in Turkey. That was a medicane, which is a Mediterranean hurricane. That's what they called it. I've never seen wind, thunderstorms, like rain, anything like it. I'll insert some footage of the aftermath of what we had as well. It was crazy. Absolutely no power here in Kids Club. Look at this. Like everywhere's flooded. So I've been in a medicane in, where did I go after Turkey? Montenegro. So in Montenegro I've also been in a tornado. So the weather was really bad, giant thunderstorms. It wasn't an earthquake, but you felt like the ground was shaking. And then this tornado rips through the hotel and destroys one of the a la carte restaurants. Okay, we're having the garden done and the chainsaws just started, so that's great. So the hotel in Montenegro is no longer a TUI hotel, but it was built around some like wooded areas, which is kind of like the vibe that the hotel was. It was kind of like, rather than a big perfect sunshine resort. It was a bit quirky, it was a bit different. Majority of the trees fell down, ripped in half. A lot of them landed on our high ropes course, so we had to get someone out to assess the course, and we had to check it all over. One of the brackets went missing, so we had to sort that out. So after Montenegro, I flew to Tunisia for a few weeks. I witnessed a water tornado. They've got a word, I'm gonna Google it. A water spout or a water tornado. Now that was very, very close to the sea as well. It didn't come to land, it didn't turn into anything worse than what it was, but that was really like cool but odd to witness as well. Next up is Tenerife. Now I went to Tenerife in February 2020. I was supposed to be there through to April, but I didn't quite make it because of the pandemic. Long story, but we won't go into that, we've all lived through it. I was in a giant sandstorm, they're called calimas. It literally, I'll post some pictures and videos. There was winds knocking palm trees down, there was dead palm tree leaves everywhere, the sand was blowing up like off of the sea. There's a big wall from like the beach to the road, but it was blowing off the sea, it was everywhere. We had to close the high ropes course down that me and Dan were in charge of, and you can see from the pictures how bad it was. So that was also an experience. So that was just a little story on the natural disasters that I've been in, but these are just some of the behind the scenes things that we do have to. And thanks for watching. Mwah. Bye.